So what is a good GMAT score for top schools? This video is an introductory guide for those who think about attending a top elite MBA, MIM, or MIF school in the near future. If you have already taken the GMAT, watch the video till the end and I will tell you more about what your scores mean in the GMAT. The GMAT is scored out of 800, and you might wonder what would be generally considered a good score in the GMAT. It really depends on your target school. However, if you want to get a score that would elicit some kind of wow, you got a high score response, I would say any scores more than 700 would be generally considered high GMAT scores. But if you are aiming for top MBA schools, a score of 700 in fact is not enough.
I'm doing everything I can.
You're not doing enough!
The reason is the average GMAT scores for top schools generally go over 720. Don't worry about IR or AWA scores. Just check if your overall GMAT score is more than 720 and your quant is over 47 and your verbal is over 37, especially if you are outside of the USA or Canada. If you are aiming for top MBA schools, score of 700 is a cutoff score. In these schools, the GMAT scores are often used as eliminating criterion. Acceptance criteria are actually other factors, such as your work experience like resumes, recommendation letters, and your clear goals and extraordinary achievements shown in your essays, and communication skills in essays and interviews. You might have heard the story of getting into top MBA schools with only 650 GMAT score. But mind you, those are very rare cases. Don't expect yourself to be part of those rare cases unless you have a unique killer feature that everyone can admire. Something like you are an Olympic gold medalist and are about to launch your own business in your sports area with hefty investment. It should be a special X factor that can persuade the admission committee to accept you. In other words, are you compelling for the target school? Because many top tier schools have acceptance rates of less than 10%, please keep your goal of getting over 720 as a general rule. So how do you interpret that 720 overall GMAT score? There are scaled scores in quant and verbal and they are out of 51. Your scaled quant score should be more than 47 as a minimum. But even if you have a quant score of 47, it's still quite low in terms of percentile. It's only a ranking of 60% for the last 3 years of GMAT test taker scores, which is not that impressive. Now don't confuse the percentiles with your scaled score. Both the quant and verbal scores are scaled so that they are out of 51 and your scaled score is interpreted to represent your score. Percentiles beside these scaled scores, however, are the factor that you cannot control. It's based on the past 3 years worth of GMAT test takers data and is updated every summer. You can't do anything about these data, so don't be obsessed with the percentiles because they are for reference. What matters is the scaled score you got for quant and verbal. Out of 51 quant score, if your score is 49 or more, you are considered competitive in top tier schools. Many students get 50 or 51, so if you can boost your quant score, that would be great. Now, if you are in the USA or in Canada, don't worry too much about quant score. If your overall GMAT score is more than 720, but scaled quant score is less than 49, take advantage of the fact that you are from American or Canadian background and move on with your application process. By American or Canadian background, I meant you graduated from universities or colleges in the US or Canada. However, if you are outside of the USA or Canada and your quant score is less than 47, definitely retake the GMAT because many applicants outside North America are so good at math that they usually apply with 50 or 51 quant score. And your verbal score has to be more than 37 as a minimum to be considered competitive in top tier schools. Many applicants outside the US are weak in verbal, so if you boost your verbal score beyond 40, you will find yourself competitive. If you can score your verbal beyond 40, you are in good shape. To wrap up, aim for more than 720 overall GMAT score and don't worry too much about your IR or AWA scores. For the scaled scores, aim for more than 49 quant score and 40 verbal score. However, let me end this video with a shocking revelation. The question of what is a good GMAT score for top schools is actually a wrong approach. It's not a good question. Instead, I want to encourage you to take a different approach, which will be much more successful in getting into top-tier business schools. Ask yourself, what is my career? You really need to have a crystal clear outline for your career development. Are there specific business programs that can impact your current career trajectory? Why are they beneficial for your career development? For example, don't just aim for Stanford just because you want to found a startup. That's a terrible business plan. You need a much more specific vision and plan than that. Only when you are aware of your current and future career development can you persuade the top business schools to teach your vision and let them help you develop certain specific skills that you need. Know your narrative. And believe me, they'll find you much more attractive than other applicants because you clearly have your own career plan and you actually know what business programs can help your career. Because you have a higher chance of success than other applicants, you will have a good chance appealing to top business schools. So start figuring out what you are doing with your career first. Then your GMAT score can match your desire along with your process. I hope this video will help you position your current study strategy and help you to accurately revise your study strategy. If you have any questions regarding to your GMAT score, please leave a comment below. Also, smash the like button and subscribe to Cognify GMAT channel, and good luck with your application process.